everybody, and welcome back to Beebah's Kitchen. Welcome to those of you who are new to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a banana cake. I have some bananas that have gotten really ripe and I want to utilize them. So I'm going to make this cake, and I want to get started by showing you the list of ingredients that it takes to make this. So let's get started. You will need ripe bananas, all-purpose flour, eggs, powdered sugar, brown sugar, light or dark brown, granulated sugar, unsalted butter, cream cheese, baking powder, baking soda, cinnamon, salt, vanilla extract, buttermilk, and a 9x13 baking pan. Okay, the first thing that I have to do is to mash my bananas, and I will just, you can do this with your mixer or with a potato masher, and I'm going to use the potato masher with mine. I have 4 here, and I'm going to go ahead and use all 4 of mine. It calls for, I think it's 1.5 cups of mashed bananas, which would be equivalent to about 4 medium or 3 large. And I'm not sure, but I think these would probably qualify as a medium. And I've got a couple of bruises in these 2 bananas. I'm going to cut those out. I don't think the bruising would hurt anything, but our chickens would love that. So I'll give it to the chickens rather than put it in my cake. Okay, and so now I'm just going to mash these, which is not hard to do. You want your bananas to be very ripe, which you could see the little brown specks all over the peelings. I don't like them when they get that ripe. Now Clayton, he likes them ripe to that point, but now I don't. I like for my bananas to be really firm and sort of sweet, a little bit of green to it. I have my oven preheating. You have to preheat it to 350 degrees. So I've got it getting hot. Okay, now I'm going to take my all-purpose flour, baking soda, baking powder, salt, and cinnamon. And I'm going to whisk this all together just to combine it well. Okay, I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to go over to the mixer and beat the butter. We're going to beat the butter until it's nice and creamy and smooth, which will be about 1 minute. Okay, and now to the butter, I'm going to add my granulated and my brown sugar. And I will mix this on high for a couple of minutes. I'm going to scrape the sides down and beat it for another minute. It's been beaten for about 1 minute, so get that all down and beat it for another minute. Okay, you can see it has really gotten creamy, and that's the way you want it to be. So now to this, I'm going to add my eggs and my vanilla. Okay, so now I will add the eggs to this and the vanilla flavoring. And I'm going to mix that together well. And now to this, I will add the bananas. And we'll beat those in. Scrape down the sides of the bowl just to make sure everything's mixing well. Give it one more mix. Okay, and now I will add the flour mixture and the buttermilk. I'm going to alternate back and forth with it. You want to do this in 3 parts. You want to do it just until it's incorporated. You do not want to overmix this. Your batter will be a little lumpy, and that's okay. You just don't want to overbeat this. And so now I will pour this into my 9x13 pan. Okay, the recipe says to grease your pan, and I'm using Baker's Joy. Okay, and so I'll just pour this into my pan. This called for buttermilk, and I didn't have buttermilk here at the house, so it said you could take a tablespoon of lemon juice, fresh lemon juice, or either white vinegar, and put it in your milk, and it would be equivalent to buttermilk. So that's what I've done. I hope it will turn out okay. Okay, my oven is preheated, and so I'm going to set this in the oven. It will bake for 45 to 50 minutes. Now it tells me, you know, with each oven varying, to keep an eye on your cake. If it starts to brown too quickly, just take a piece of foil and loosely lay on top to slow the browning process down. But it would be done when a toothpick test is done and the toothpick comes out clean. So I'm going to put this in the oven. When it finishes baking, I'll bring it out, and then we will frost it after it cools. I'll be back. All right, my cake has finished baking. It baked for 50 minutes at 350 degrees. It smells really good. And so now this has to cool completely before I put the frosting on it. So after this is cooled, we'll make the icing to go on it, and then we'll ice it, and I'll do a taste test at that point. So I'll let it cool, and then I'll be back. Okay, my cake has completely cooled, and so now I'm going to make the frosting to go on this, and we're going to get it frosted and do a taste test. So let's make the frosting. Okay, you want to take a block of cream cheese, an 8-ounce block, and you want it to be softened to room temperature, as well as a stick of unsalted butter. Okay, I'm going to beat the butter and the cream cheese on high speed until it's creamy. Okay, and now to that I'm going to add my confectioner's sugar, vanilla, and a dash of salt. It's 1/8 of a teaspoon. And we're just going to mix that together until it's smooth. I'm going to beat it for about 30 seconds on low speed until it's all incorporated together. And then I'm going to speed it up and beat it for 2 minutes on high speed. First of all, I'm going to scrape the sides down. Okay, and now I'm going to beat it on high for 2 minutes. Okay, that has been 2 minutes now. Okay, so now that we've got the frosting made, I'm going to put it on the cake that is completely cooled, and I will spread this. This is so velvety looking. It's really, looks really, really good. You put your frosting on, and then it goes in the refrigerator for about half an hour to set so that it will slice easier. I suppose if you wanted to cut it, you could, but the directions said that it enhances the icing to be able to slice it easier. I hope this tastes good. I think that it will. It smelled wonderful while it was baking. I think this would also be really good if you toasted some pecans or some type of nut and put on top. I would like that as well. Okay, I'm going to pop this in the fridge for half an hour, and then I'll bring it out and we'll slice it and do a taste test. So I'll be back briefly. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes since I put the cake in the fridge to chill just a little bit. And so now I'm going to cut it and we're going to do a taste test for this and see how it tastes. That looks really, really good. This looks really good. The texture is very moist. The icing is very light. And so between the two, I think this is going to really be good. So let's give this a try. Okay, here is to you. Banana cake. That is really good. That icing is very light and creamy. It's a perfect balance with this cake. It's very moist, really delicious. One more bite. That is a very easy cake to make. One of the easiest desserts that I've made, and it is really, really good if you like banana. It's a perfect way to use up your bananas when they get too ripe. So if you'll give it a try, I think you'll be pleased. I will post the recipe below in the description box. And if you have not subscribed, I'd like to ask you to subscribe. Leave me a comment, I'll reply to you. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy my content, and don't forget to click on the notification bell. And until the next time, this is Bebop saying, may the Lord bless and keep you and your family safe. And until we see each other again, you have a great day. But I hope to see you soon in another video. Bye.